Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic and a medium and a GD Democrat. That's right, guys. Today just hit differently, didn't it? Well, it did for me. Let me just tell you about what happened with me, because I think that if you pay attention to your surroundings in your life, you're going to find out that we've gone through a wormhole. A wormhole. We've something has happened. Just like that, reality has flipped. Okay, so of course, right? We know Trump was indicted yesterday, right? But so many good things happened. First of all, MTG got run out of New York, like in a scrum. Remember yesterday, the guide said there would be these people, these men around her to protect her. And that's what I saw, is the scrum of guys trying to get her through the crowd back to the safety of her car. She wasn't welcomed there. There were no real Trump protesters or supporters to speak of. Trump looked sad, dejected, pathetic, frankly. His speech last night was deranged, and I didn't watch it. I'm not going to watch it, but from what I understand, it was worse than normal. But all that aside, what else happened, right? Judge Janet in Wisconsin for the win, for the win, for the win of democracy, for to save the state of Wisconsin from these gerrymandering. I mean, she just came right out and said, this is BS. These districts that have been drawn by the Republicans are BS, right? She ran on her values. She said what they were. She said, I'm a proud, supporter of abortion. I'm a proud supporter of redoing these gerrymandered districts. And Wisconsinites supported her. Okay, so that was amazing. Then we have the mayor of Chicago. Let's Go Brandon has a whole new meaning now, right? So we have that. We have people that are standing up for their rights, for the rights of the majority. Remember, the guides told you guys, these Republicans don't have a mandate. They've gerrymandered their districts so that they can get elected with 20% less electorate, 20% less votes than they really need. Democrats have to have 20% more votes than they really need. So if you look at these two races through that lens, you can see that, and in Judge Janet's case, I mean, she won by a pretty good margin, but you can see that indeed there is a lot more support for these people than we even are quantifying through votes, if that makes sense. So many more of us have to go to the polls, if you're voting D, to make your voices heard. We're handicapped in the reverse, right? So that's some really good news. Now I want to move to Tennessee. Tennessee is killing it right now for us. I love these three representatives. I'm going to put them on the screen. I love them. What did the guides tell you? That the older generation would reach down to the younger generation, that there would be some linking between these energies. And here it is. Now, she's not the generation that I thought would be linking, but I also like the fact that here we have a white woman in Tennessee representing and saying, no, this is wrong, along with these two amazing young African-American men. It's everything Spirit has been telling me was going to happen in one picture. In, of all places, Tennessee. Tennessee is not known for this kind of firebrand, protest or firebrand change. They're just not known for that. And yes, these two, all three of them will potentially even be removed or somehow sanctioned is the word the guides want to use. I don't know if that's the right word. Punished is a better word just because it's a catch-all phrase, but it's not gonna work, you guys. This is where This is where the Republicans are going to say, oh, snap. It's like the guides are showing me a picture of the citizens running through the streets with pitchforks against the rich, against the landowners, against the people who would hold all the power and treat them like terrible, less than human people, right? This is the energy of it. And it's starting in Tennessee, of all places. God bless them. I love that. So my point is that, listen, they held us down. They held us down. They held the people down. But now the people are winning. Judge Janet won. The mayor of Chicago won. These young people, these people in Tennessee, in their state congressional house, are going to win because they're supported by the kids, by the majority of the citizens of Tennessee. You have to remember that Nashville, Memphis, these are heavily populated cities that are more populated than the outskirts of Tennessee, which is very rural and very red. And so you're going to see a reckoning. You're going to see a change. And this is the beginning of that change. This is the beginning of the changes that you will see sweep across the whole United States. The entire United States is going to follow suit. You're going to see kids start to stand up in Missouri. You're going to see kids start to stand up in California, in Texas, in Virginia, in Pennsylvania, in Wisconsin, in Florida. In all of these states, be they blue or red, doesn't matter. The kids are going to stand up. And they're going to say, we have had enough of this. This is ridiculousness. They're not that. These kids are much smarter in a sense. They've grown up in a different world. They've grown up with having to understand. Well, they're more discerning. They're more discerning because they've grown up online. They can see the BS. They can see right through people's BS. And they're tired of seeing, the guides are saying they're tired of seeing their parents be unhappy and suffer. Like, just, even if their parents were middle class, just not be happy. And for sure, if you're African American, your parents have been worried about you, have struggled for you, have given everything they could so that you could get ahead. The same thing with Hispanic, Latino, you name it, Native American, you name it. Recently immigrated, you name it. Those parents have given and given and given so that you can have a better shot. And these kids are sort of saying, a better shot at what? A better shot at your life where you're not happy, where you're working and working and working and you never can take vacations? We don't want that. So you see, these kids are saying, we don't want what our parents have. We don't want what you're selling us. What we do want is freedom. What we do want is freedom to choose if we want to start a family or not. We want to be free to walk the streets and not be harassed or racially profiled. We want the freedom to decide how we're going to make money. Maybe we're going to make money online. Maybe we're going to be an influencer. Maybe we're going to just drop out. Maybe we don't want that house with the picket fence in the suburbs. Maybe we don't want that. Maybe we don't care if we rent for our entire lives. We've seen what you guys are peddling, and it doesn't look good. So you see, these kids are coming from a completely different place, and they are going to be the game changer. They're going to be the one that goes to the city council, to the school board, to the state house, and to the Congress, U.S. Senate, and say, this is not fair. Fairness is a big deal. This housing is not fair. These these employment policies are not fair. This racism is not fair. So you're going to see these kids, whereas they may not care about getting that big MBA or getting that big job, they do care about how they're treated, how they're seen. They care that if they choose to work a job that is whatever it is, minimum wage or whatever it is, does not matter to them. If it's middle class, it doesn't matter. What they care about is they're respected in that job, that they're respected when they walk down the street, that they're respected when they're at school, that they're respected by the people they voted to represent them. This, folks, is what's coming. This is what's coming. And today just hit differently for me. It just hit differently. I got up this morning. I put on my Beto shirt, y'all. Beto for all, y'all. Got on my Beto shirt, got my dog, went to my walk. Now, the first thing that happened is, well, y'all might not know this, but in Texas, they think their dogs are Republican. So the first thing that happened is I walked past the Republican dog. Now, normally, I wouldn't walk past the Republican dog because the Republican dog is batshit crazy, to be honest with you, and attacks everything and everybody. And it's just, nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with a Republican. Nobody wants to deal with a Republican dog, especially early in the morning. So honestly, as I'm walking, everybody that walks their dog does some kind of crazy jockeying. I'll cross here so you can cross there so we can all miss the Republican dog. You know what I mean? We all do that. Nobody walks past the Republican dog. And how do I know he's a Republican dog? Well, because this guy's this big dummy has got a sticker on his freaking car that says my dog is a Republican. All right. Well, after I saw that, a lot of things started making sense. I thought this dog's not right in its head. And that's why, because it's a goddamn Republican. But anyway, I decided I wasn't going to cross the street. I stood up for my rights, right? I said, I'm not crossing the street. I'm going to walk in front of this Republican dog. Well, here he comes, right? Here he comes rushing at the gate. And I thought, yeah, okay, I see you. And then I thought, okay, he's going to run around because there's a little gate that he can access you that has pretty big slats so he can put his head through there. It's pretty intimidating. I said, okay, he's going to run around to the other fence where he can run along the whole way chasing us. Y'all, even that dog said, I ain't doing this today. I'm not a Republican today. Y'all, the dog did not chase us. We strolled, we sashayed, we twirled all the way down that sidewalk. That dog did not chase us. He stayed in his spot. He said, no, I'm not a Republican today. I never was a Republican. That's my crazy ass dad to put that sticker on that car. Tired of this act. Tired of this act. So the next thing that happens is I'm like, dang, this day is hitting differently. So I go to the next block because I'm already on the wrong side of the street because I always cross the street to get away from the Republican dog. So I go to the next block where I see this couple out in their yard. And this guy says, good morning. So I said, good morning, because I've never seen him before because I'm usually on the other block hiding from the Republican dog. So I said, good morning. He says, hey. I said, yeah. He says, I like your shirt. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah, I got one just like it. I said, oh, cool. Good morning. And he says, yeah, good morning. He says, I like your dog too. She's a Democrat dog. No, you can't make this stuff up. She's a Democrat dog. And I'm pretty sure that Republican dog is a Democrat. You know? I'm pretty sure, y'all. So anyway, I hope your day's hitting the same way mine is. And I hope you're enjoying this return to sanity. And I just wanted to give you this quick shout out and wish you all the best today. All right, go have a good day, because y'all, even the dogs are Democrats today. For real. For entertainment purposes only.